Alright, so Kris or Ava or whatever his name is from Mr. Beast has been exposed for, you guessed it, for talking to an underage minor. But before we get into that, let's discuss this video that shows old tweets from Kris in 2017 through 2018 interacting with this weirdo named Chasme. But if you guys don't know who Chasme is, hopefully you guys don't know who he is. I didn't know who he is before making this video, so hopefully you guys just heard about him. But basically, this guy named Chasme has built up a reputation of drawing lowly art. What is lowly art, you ask? It's basically drawings of children doing like graphic hits, if you catch my drift. So yeah, it's based on the borderlands of CP, but it's not really considered CP because it's just a drawing, right guys? But in a serious note, I don't know how this stuff is still up and people are allowed to post it. Because we've seen countless times that the people who interact and create the stuff are literally degenerates. Their brain has been rotten completely. Well, good old Kris Tyson, who was seen as a typical Christian man back then, and basically was Mr. Beast's right-hand man and childhood best friend, would interact a lot with Chasman, and would even be seen with some of his artwork up in the background in an old Mr. Beast video. And a lot of his tweets like this one suggested that he really enjoyed this dude's artwork. He even on a live stream accidentally went on his website and shouted this disgusting man out, who again has drawn stuff like art of his own mother, Drew Keemstar's daughter, who was 7 at that time, given you know what to Donald Trump, and also drew Daffy King, who was 12, getting severely molested. So yeah, you know what, I wouldn't mind if this dude jumped on a live stream, was like, I'm gonna do it. Okay, do it. Wait, hold on, let me grab my popcorn real fast before you do it. And okay, look, I get it was 7 years ago, you know, people change, but this isn't some racist tweet that you can come back from. This is a full-grown adult enjoying artwork of underage children, doing some of the most horrendous things ever. So yeah, I'm sorry, but you can't come back from that one. Alright, so now let's move on to what the video is mainly about. Alright, so recently people are accusing Kris for having an inappropriate relationship with a 13-year-old fan, and that their online communication had lasted for several years. And yeah, by the way, this information was brought to light by a channel named Prism42. So yeah, this kid that had a relationship with Kris goes by the name of Lava GS online and was a pretty big fan of Mr. Beast back in the day, and even at some point worked for Mr. Beast. And off topic, he worked for JMW Films too, go-to YouTuber by the way, where he helped Mr. Beast with his gaming channel. And over the years, him and Kris developed many forms of communication on a lot of different platforms like Snapchat, Twitter, Discord, where they would have private gaming sessions. And I'm just gonna stop right there. No 20-year-old YouTuber should have this type of relationship with a 13-year-old, especially if it's a fan, because why are you, a 20-year-old, DMing a middle schooler? Lava felt so comfortable with Kris, he even asked him for help with his hentai addiction. They would also have a lot of conversations publicly on Twitter, and at this point, Lava was only 14. Like, I just don't understand how this went unnoticed for so long. Kris even started up a Patreon where he jokingly or not said that if he reaches this goal, he will release his nudes.
Guys, we are so close to our goal. Oh my god, one more Patreon and I'm releasing my nudes. And this is the part I have a problem with. This isn't a group chat. This is literally just him and this other guy that he's been talking to and that he's friends with online. Lava says, I'm your first Patreon big boy. And he shows that he donated some money. He donated like $1 or something. So it's not enough to meet the goal. And he says, but not $5. Pathetic. Just kidding. Kissy face. I'll tell you what it means. It means that you are telling him that he needs to donate $5 so you can release your or whatever. He says, wait till my Twitch revenue comes in. Winky face. And of course, it continues. He says, check again. And he tags you, I think. At least that must be you, or he's tagging you. And of course he says, I posted some fire news for you. Please no share. And this is someone that you're talking to that is 14 years old. That you know is 14. And at the end of the day, you cannot be talking about topics like this with someone that is this young.
Now this shows that whatever relationship these two had behind the curtain, Kris was comfortable enough making these adult jokes towards him. But even if that's not the case, then why is he still flirting with a 14-year-old on his timeline? By this time, Lava turned 16, and he finally got the chance to meet up with Kris in person. He would even brag about this on the Mr. Beast server, where he says that they took a camper van in a secluded place, basically out in the middle of nowhere. And this is where the story gets a little foggy, because when Prism was talking privately with Lava, Lava told Prism that when Kris and him met up, nothing bad happened, and that they had no inappropriate relationship together, which I highly doubt is true. They definitely had some type of inappropriate relationship. You don't just meet up with a 20-year-old in the middle of the woods while you're 16 just to play Mario Smash Bros. You're playing a different kind of Smash Bros. He even went on Twitter tweeting this. These videos are massive lies and twisting the truth. Ava did nothing wrong and just made a few edgy jokes. Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. Making these edgy jokes towards a 13-year-old is weird, dude. That is weird. Can you do me a favor and comment on these videos and tell them to stop spreading lies? This situation takes away from children who are effectively being exploited every day online. I am not a victim of anything being claimed in these videos at all. Okay, well, first of all, people are allowed to make videos on this situation. And let's just say Kris did no inappropriate things with you. It's still wrong to make those jokes with a 13-year-old. And on top of that, it's odd to have that type of relationship with a 13-year-old in the first place. This might be a pretty wild take, who knows, but it seems like he's trying to hide that he is, or at least was, a little fruity back then. So it would make a lot of sense why he's acting like this. And one more thing I want to add that's just kind of fishy to me is that he removed a post about Mr. Beast and that he worked for Mr. Beast in his bio. Like, if Kris did nothing wrong, then why are you removing that stuff? It doesn't make no sense. And one last thing I want to talk about is the chaos that this whole situation caused. Jake the Viking, who used to appear in a lot of Mr. Beast's old videos back then, claimed that Mr. Beast knew. He was also followed up by another ex-Mr. Beast member. I think it might have been like an editor or something at some point. He also says that Kris is just the tip of the iceberg, and that there's a lot of other stuff going on at Mr. Beast headquarters.
My name's Dawson. I worked at Mr. Beast from February to May of this year, 2024. Kris is the tip of the iceberg. And when Jake the Viking says Mr. Beast knew, yeah, Mr. Beast knew. I heard many times that Ava, Kris Tyson, is a major liability, but they can't get rid of her because she's already threatened legal action and she knows too much. And when all this information comes out about everything that she knew, everything other people know, I promise you on everything Mr. Beast has done. Amazon, if you can get your money back, get your money back.
Now I'm gonna keep it a buck, guys. I don't really believe these people. Jake seems like he's still a little salty that he was kicked from Mr. Beast's crew and has vocalized his opinion on Kris transitioning to a girl multiple times on Twitter and on live streams.
I personally think there's some mental shit going on, but hey, if it's making him happy, let him do it. I can fucking care less. Kris wants to become a fucking peacock. Cool. Don't care. It doesn't affect my life.
But that also means that he knew too, so why hasn't he said anything about it until now? And the other guy seems like he's just trying to get clout from the situation that's going on right now. And my other theory is that if Mr. Beast knew, he probably didn't know that it was to this extent. Him and Chandler are probably like, okay, this dude's a little weird. He likes law. But Mr. Beast was too focused on his channel at that time, and Chandler was focused on himself to look deeper into his weird behavior. But since all this, Kris has made a response to the whole situation and just completely deleted everything for some reason. Maybe that means he's leaving the internet forever, which at this point I'd recommend. And this is what he had to say. I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments if it hurts or offended anybody. It was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things Mr. Beast and social media to focus on my family and mental health. What a terrible response. I'm sorry that my comments hurt or offended anybody. People are mad because they're offended by your comments. People are mad because you're openly flirting with a minor on your Twitter timeline. You're acting like you just got caught saying the N-word. And you're stepping away from Mr. Beast because it's for your mental health. You took no accountability at all. I would respect you a lot more if you were like, yeah, I did it. My bad, bro. Something like that. I don't know. Okay, maybe not that, but anything would have been better than this. But don't worry, guys. He continues. To lump these two factors together, to create a narrative that my behavior extended beyond bad, edgy jokes, it's disgusting. It did not happen. So basically what we're trying to say here is, guys, it's just edgy jokes. Nothing happened beyond these jokes. I did not go out of my way to text this person and stay in contact with them on several platforms for several years, have private gaming sessions with them, and met up with them in an excluded camper in the middle of the woods. I swear, guys, nothing happened beyond those edgy jokes. I highly doubt it, I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, with that being said, that's gonna wrap up this video. And I'm almost at 200 subscribers. So if you don't subscribe, you like kids.